Finally, we have a couple of these planets going direct. And those planets would be Mercury and Saturn. Everybody's favorite malefic is going direct first. So Saturn represents things like lessons, longevity, karma, and foundations, honestly. And since it's going direct in the sign of Pisces, there's going to be a lot of perhaps clarity or movement surrounding the foundations and the longevity of our belief systems, and just any internal issues that we have with our self-worth and value. If you want to get a little bit more specific about how this Saturn direct impacts you, you can find the house in which Pisces resides within your own natal chart and apply what I'm talking about here to what you know about the house systems and your own natal chart. Interestingly enough, Saturn is going direct and then forming a grand water trine with the planets Jupiter and Venus as well. So there's going to be some clarity about the pathways in which we take towards fulfillment and self-gratification, right? And so what we're going to start asking ourselves questions or getting answers to the question of what actually makes us happy, what actually fulfills us, versus what have we been conditioned to believe makes us happy? Because those are two oftentimes very different things. And Saturn, coupled with the energy of Jupiter and Venus, the two benefics in astrology, those are going to shed some light on what our truth is in regards to that. The fan favorite, Mercury, is going to go direct a couple of days later on the 29th, and that's going to happen in the sign of Scorpio at 20 degrees. So similarly, like what I said earlier, find where Scorpio is in your chart if you want to see more specifically how this direct Mercury is going to impact you. Mercury will be making a very loose conjunction with Venus, so beware of that shadow period if the X-texts do not engage. And this also might be time to kind of start thinking about conversations surrounding our relationships, but you don't necessarily have to have them right this second. I would wait for that shadow period to get past us first, because oftentimes the shadow periods with Mercury retrograde, the 2 weeks before and after, tend to be a little bit more turbulent than the actual retrograde itself, or at least that's how I tend to experience them. There's also an extremely loose opposition with Uranus and Taurus here, so again, just be picky and choosy with your conversations for the next couple of weeks. They can kind of get out of control, especially with Uranus kind of encroaching there, or rather Mercury encroaching on Uranus. So Uranus, chaos, unexpected change. Don't want to really mess with that too much right now. So just kind of keep things, inward in terms of our communication for right now. Get clear on what it is that you want or would you like to communicate. And then in a couple of weeks, we can really sit down and have a more productive conversation about what we need.